Now it's time to let it out. Nah. I've been holding so much pain, It's time to let it out. It's time to let it out. I've been holding so much pain, now it's time to let it out. Now it's time to let it out.
We're here with another one. With a talented artist, fresh out of Orlando. I don't know if he's fresh out of Orlando. We'll get to know more about my boy in a minute. I'm gonna let my boy introduce himself.
How y'all doing? I go by NellDaGr8, officially known as Nell, Ron, however you want to call it.
Ronell.
Ronell.
Ronell the artist.
Ron the artist.
Facts. What we want to do, man, I want to start from the beginning, man. Where was you born and raised?
Born and raised here, but I have Caribbean descent.
Some of the viewers don't know where here is.
Orlando, West Orlando. Represent. West Orlando. I was born in West Orlando.
Raised in here too?
Raised here.
Born and raised in West Orlando. Most definitely.
Yes, sir.
You got a big family? Like, how was the childhood like?
For what I could remember, I didn't really have much family. The family that I did have, that was close and dear to me, they was passing as I was getting older. So the important people to me are no longer here. Sorry, I had a little. But
condolences.
My real family that's still here, we not close.
You the only child?
Yeah, I got 2 older brothers, but.
Damn, my dog said, yeah, you got 2 older brothers.
Yeah.
Step brothers or blood brothers?
Blood.
They way older or something?
We're not too far off from each other. The oldest is like 29.
What you did in the younger days? Like, what was your hobbies? Like back in grade school, like early years.
I was very adventurous, so I'll be outside a lot. I was very surrounded by nature. I don't know, it inspired me to do other things, but that's.
You was like you played sports?
I did.
Was you a bad chick? 'Cause I was a bad chick.
I was bad as hell. Like,
I was causing trouble. I ain't gonna lie.
My whole life did a whole turn, like from birth to fucking when I went to, I say middle school. About the end of middle school, like I was bad. My grades was terrible. I didn't care about school.
Up until middle school? Up until middle school, or you changed in middle school?
I changed in middle school.
Cool. What grade in middle school did you make that change? Was it right before high school, on some 8th grade?
I say 7th going into 8th. Those 2 years, I did a whole different spin around change.
What was it something that happened that caused that change, or was it?
Yeah, it was. My uncle, he had passed at an early age, next to me.
Y'all was close?
Yeah.
Oh, you say right next to you?
Right next to me. He was 28.
So how old were you?
I was like 10,
13, 12.
11.
Damn. If you don't mind me asking, how did he pass?
Natural causes.
At
Did an
28?
autopsy, just gone.
You said you had Caribbean descent. What island?
Jamaica.
Rastafari.
I got some people in Kingston, all over.
So when you went to high school, you said you changed from 7th to 8th. How was high school? Like, how did you see high school in your eyes?
It was overwhelming because I was used to being to myself. I didn't like being around crowds of people. You know what I'm saying? So I had a lot of anxiety during that time.
From the outside looking in, because you know, I knew you in high school. I remember seeing you, and we all know in high school and like school, there's like 3 different types of people. It's either the motherfucker that's really extroverted, or really 2, the motherfucker that's really extroverted, or just the motherfucker that stay to themselves, you know. And I saw that in you. You
You
really
felt like I was extrovert?
You was an introvert, most definitely. But
Okay.
to be honest, we always had close friends that were like mutual friends. We had mutual friends at all times, and with you, it's a fact that if like whoever know that you funny and you extroverted, you extroverted with your people. Because if a motherfucker don't know you, I'm already knowing you staying to yourself.
It wasn't that I wanted to stay to myself. It just I knew I was misunderstood, so I tried to avoid that as much as possible. If that makes sense.
Nah, I understand what you mean. Cause you saying you misunderstood. Like, in what way? Was it your thinking?
It's just because I'm a naturally quiet person, so people like they want you to open up, talk, this and that.
Immediately
Is
too.
immediately.
Yeah.
But I'm not the type of person to just talk about my life or just anything about me unless I trust you enough. Cause I don't, you know what I'm saying? That's just me.
Nah, I feel you. Gotta stay guarded, cause it be the ones closest to you that do you the worst.
Facts.
That's a fact right there. But we can get into the art, cause now we done got into the childhood. I want to know, when did you start, or when did you know you had a special gift?
It's crazy because I've been drawing since I was 6 years old.
Since you was 6?
Since I was 6.
What you was drawing, little stick figures?
I had a big imagination, so whatever I came to my head, I just drew.
Like, what was you drawing at 6?
I didn't know. I didn't know till
Oh, you
like
was
last year because on my dad's side, like my grandmother, she kept all my drawings that I did as a kid. So I was able to finally look and like, damn, this is what I did. Like, it was a whole bunch of crazy shit.
You see any similarities in the ones when you were 6 and now?
Only thing that changed, well, I could say similar, but it enhanced, was the imagination. I always had that imagination, like, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel you. Because you need that. Like, anybody that's into that entertainment, not even entertainment, it's artistic. Because artistic people, like, either you musically inclined or artistically inclined, we think differently than the motherfuckers that are just 9 to 5, or not even just 9 to 5. There's motherfuckers that think where they can't even think outside the box. Because you got to think outside the box to do the artistic things that you do. And you automatically see the world differently, too. Because you saying you was at, like, you was misunderstood in high school. I felt that way, too. But I guess the way I coped with it was being more out there, you know what I mean? I guess I was way more extroverted when probably inside I was on some damn, what's going on here? Like, oh, what's they thinking? But I guess, you know what I mean? I just started saying, fuck it.
I mean, shit, at the time, I didn't have time to do those type of things.
Yeah.
Because at the time, I was growing up fast. I had to grow up fast. And I also was dealing with a lot, too. Like, personal shit.
Personal shit during high school and shit.
Yeah.
So you
From a
said
kid up until high school, and it didn't stop. So
it ain't stopped. It still ain't stopped.
it still ain't stopped.
So you had to grow up quick. You wasn't able to just after school go to the crib and just relax. Or you wasn't playing sports.
No, I played sports, but I did a lot of sports, but I did track. I like track, but I ended up getting injured my senior year. I tore both my hamstrings. So
Jeez.
I was like, shit, plan B type shit. And at the time, I was lost. I was like, damn, what the fuck I'm gonna do? Because all I knew was like sports. Like
During
my
the
family
injury?
tree, and we all did sports. So yeah, during the injury, I was like, damn.
They all ran track, like the family?
Not track, but they did some type of sport. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what they did. So I'm
So
thinking
your
that's what I'm gonna
bloodline-
do.
Your bloodline got athletes and stuff, so you
Correct. They just fucked it up over the years, making bad decisions.
Yeah.
Like,
it's the world we grow up in, because we, every generation that's in our bloodline and grew up in a whole different world. Like, we seeing different challenges come our way. The kids growing up these days got a whole nother world they living in. But shit, back to the art. Like, when it comes to drawing, what's your process?
I take my time. I'm very articulate on what I draw and how I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Pain is my biggest inspiration for creating. It's crazy because you would think pain would make somebody be like, I don't want to do nothing, or I'm down right now.
Yeah.
That's the opposite for me. It motivates me.
So you take from the pain and the hurt, you draw from there.
Correct. I start from there, and then I just build. You just like building a block. Like,
You tap into moments in your life when you're doing that, or is it just when you feel overwhelmed, you started painting? Or
it could be like life experience that I've been through. Most of it is that, or it could be like you just talking with a homie, and he telling you like, "Damn, bruh, this happened today," or "Whoop de whoop de whoop," and it just had you thinking back to a time you was messed up, and it could be, I don't know, you just draw inspiration from that.
Like, how does a painter find their identity type shit? Like, 'cause I know if that's your process, I know every painter. I know a female who paints, and similar to you, it's usually when she's going through something, that's when she'll paint, and she'll do a lot of abstract art where you can see probably the emotion through the paintings and stuff. So when it comes to painting, and because I know how artists, when it comes to music, they find their identity through, at first they probably copy an artist that they like, and then through that they see what they like to do, what flow they comfortable with. So when it comes to the art, how do you find your identity and what you comfortable painting and what you?
I just always stay true to myself. I don't worry about who's doing what. I just stay true to me. I know what's real to me, and I just stick to that. There is other artists who influence me, far as like Basquiat, Frida
Shout out
Kahlo.
Basquiat, he a Zoe, ain't
Shout out, he is Zoe. Shout out to
Basquiat.
Zoes. Frida Kahlo, she's my biggest one. I don't know if you know about her.
Frida who?
Frida Kahlo.
You
She's
gotta
known
put
for the
me on.
unibrow.
You gotta put me on after this.
Yeah, I'm gonna put
Frida
you on,
Kahlo.
but like, it's just her paintings, how she express herself. Like, I see a similarity in what I do, so I just draw
Frida
inspiration
Kahlo.
from
Any
everything.
other artists? You said Basquiat, Frida Kahlo,
Picasso, Van Gogh.
Van Gogh. Who's the one that cut his ear off? Is Van Gogh?
Yeah, it was Van Gogh.
What's up with that, man? All artists, do y'all off like y'all gotta have a certain amount of crazy? Cause I know in music you gotta have a certain amount
It's
of.
not
like,
even that. It's craziness. It's that we all got our demons that we deal with, but like most people today, they're not true to that. They wanna, dilute that with other shit or distraction.
Try to mask it.
Yeah,
Or
there's
drugs.
nothing wrong with feeling how you feel. Like, it could be someone else feeling how you feel. Just, I don't know, bro. Just do you. Express it. Like, vulnerability is not a weakness.
You gotta tap into.
I
your
see it as a
vulnerable
strength.
side. Say it again.
I see vulnerability as a strength, not a weakness. It's
That's a
just
line.
your viewpoint.
That's a line he be using on the ladies. I already see that. Yeah, I see vulnerability
You know
as a
that.
strength. You can open up. I open up. You know.
Open up, bro. Like, you ain't weak. You ain't soft. You ain't no punk. Like, you a human. You not no machine.
Most definitely.
Like,
When it comes to like all the paintings you done, first, like, when did you start getting serious into painting? Cause you painted since you was 6, or you was drawing since you was 6, but when did you take it serious?
it was just, I always carry my work with me. So I always was creating or drawing something. So as I was working, these 9 to 5s, these jobs, I'll be working. I'm not working, but drawing on my breaks or whenever. Be customers or whenever, or like employees, whoever, bro. Like they'll just stop and be like, "Damn, bro, like you did that." I'm like, "Yeah," and I'm just looking at it like, "Yeah, I've been doing this." Like I'm looking at some regular shit.
It's something simple to you, like.
But they like mind blowing. It's like, yo, I can't like believe this. Like you need to take this serious.
That's the thing with me. Like when I see somebody that could draw, and y'all be like, "Oh yeah, this ain't nothing." I be like, "Bro, what the fuck? I can't even draw a human." That's a complication. I can't even draw a bottle like this little bottle of Hennessy. I wouldn't be able to draw just this little simple shape.
It's
and
patience.
I done seen some of your
all
paintings.
art is patience.
But music is patience too. Like, and man, when I make a beat, I have a certain amount of patience into making that beat. But drawing, as I can go as slow as I want, I will not be able to draw the lines high because I low key can't see it. I used to trace, like I know as a painter, y'all probably look down on people that trace. You know what I mean? But
Nah.
I used to trace. I used to put like the white paper over something, and I'm cool at tracing the line, but being able to just free thought, I can't do it. Even
But
looking at it.
let me ask you this though. You see how you said everything, but as you're doing that, did you have love for it? Did you have a thought in your head like, damn, I can't stop doing this? No. See, that's the difference. With your music or anything else, you feel that, right?
I got that love for it. You ain't lying.
Ain't nobody telling you, oh, wake up, or you up. You doing it.
I choose to do that. Yeah, I
Right.
do that when I want to do that. And also.
So that's how it is for me with art. It's bigger than just putting a line or like I'm loving each step, everything that I'm doing.
So you see the canvas way different than I see the canvas.
Right.
That makes sense.
That doesn't mean your viewpoint is wrong either.
No, I like that.
We looking at it different.
Ain't no artist ever gave it to me like that. That's how you could describe it, because the way you see it is out of love. Like, and the way I see this music is out of love and just podding and like, so you really gotta love it. So that's how you can see straight through all that.
Right. That
but would it be a bad thing to tell somebody? Because I do know someone who ain't as talented as they think they is. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna name no names, but like, I know this one woman, she be painting and all that, but just to spare her feelings, I'm definitely not gonna say, girl, that shit is trash. But like, how do you tell a painter, yo, this ain't, especially after they've given that to you, like they done told you, oh, I was hurt when I did this, I was mad when I did this, and you're the reason I da 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 da. Not in a bad way, like but also like you inspired me to da da, like make a painting, and then you see the painting that you inspired them, and you low key feel disrespected. Like I inspired you to do this.
It's like, I'm gonna use Basquiat for an example. And a lot of his paintings, you see like stick figures and like, you look like, oh, I could do this, right? But it's not about what's being shown to you. It's his strokes, like his method, everything that he did, like everything that he wrote down is a message. So every time, like, if it doesn't look exactly realistic or whatever, it doesn't always have to look like that, because art is,
it's in the eye of the beholder, like beauty, huh?
It's however you feel, however you put it down, however, all that is texture, strokes.
Damn. That's why I never would have told somebody that, hey, yo, I don't, because the way that person see it, I guess it would be like someone telling me, oh, yeah, I don't really like this beat or this beat. Because I'll be looking at them like, motherfucker, this something I just put my heart into. So, yeah.
I feel you.
Because once you put that
it's
love
just
aspect
like, for
on
example, you ever seen The Karate Kid?
Yeah. The
Remember
original one, right?
Remember he was telling him, like, how to paint the wall?
Yeah.
But it wasn't about painting the wall. It was really how, like, his technique. So, but he's frustrated. He's like, damn, like, the fuck am I doing this for? Like, this ain't getting nowhere. But when he's showing him, like all the everything
wall.
He
started naming them, and then it was moves and shit.
So really, it's not what you see. It's like how you interpret it, like how your mind see it.
How do you balance work and art?
I look at it as, if I work this amount of hours, I gotta put this amount of hours into my craft, because you get 24 hours in a day, right?
Yeah.
8 of it is used to sleep. 8 of it is used to work, or I don't know, depending on your how many hours you work.
Yeah.
Then the rest is like what, free time?
Supposedly.
Most people, they go on Netflix, they go clubbing, they go out, they go whatever. They just don't put the time in.
Yeah.
So really, it's a commitment. It's bigger than, oh, I'm finna paint. Like, that's why I use Nipsey's The Marathon thing like so dear to me.
Yeah.
Cause it really is a marathon. You know what I'm saying? There's no days off. If this is something you really want, you really have to sacrifice a lot of things. There's no time off.
It's a marathon. Yeah, the race never over.
You gotta work through anger. You gotta work through depression. You gotta work through whatever.
That's
That's
fact.
how you know you love what you do. If you can work through all that, you
That's
got
a
it.
love for it. That's a fact.
It's a different mental thing.
It's many times I done told myself, man, I ain't where these producers at. I ain't where those producers at. I'm done with this beat shit. But after a few weeks or whatever, like, I'll eventually get to that beat again. Like, I'll eventually open that laptop and open up FL Studios and get to
Facts.
making a beat.
But a lot of artists, they'll tell you their story, but a lot of artists won't tell you. They'll be like, oh yeah, you'll think they made it overnight. Nobody makes it overnight. They've been through hell too.
Yeah.
It's just the people who continue to push. Those are the ones who make it.
It's a whole marathon.
It's a marathon,
Rest in peace,
not
Nell.
a sprint.
Gotta
Rest in peace.
keep it. Hey, and you ran track, so you see that marathon since from high school. Like,
Your circle too, man. That's important. That's what's gonna prevail you.
it's either gonna hold you back or prevail you. Cause most definitely at this
Sure.
time, cause right now, like the age we going to, like, I know we still young and all that, but I got an OG who told me that, man, if you just put your head down and grind for the next 10 years, like, it ain't even. That's why I don't be on that turning up, all that. You know what I mean? Cause it done been times where in high school I done had that big group, but right now I could count on one hand how many friends I got, how many brothers I got. You know what I mean? Like, when it comes down to it, so it's like,
Yeah, cause it's just like, I don't know if you heard when Snoop Dogg was talking about, I forgot what effect he was saying, how like he's here, and then you want your homies to be here, but you steady doing this. But if they only way for them to come up to here is to grow with you. But if they're not growing, you have a choice. You can either go down with them, or it's up to them to fill that gap.
the funny thing about life is you see that decision too. Like, it be moments where you can low key say, am I gonna go put this time into my craft, or am I gonna go chill with the friends or chill with this? And
It's a
the way I
decision
test
every day.
friendships, too these days, like these days, I propose a business opportunity or some way that we can both grow and build. And the way you take care of that, or the way you treat that opportunity, or like something that we both are invested in, it tells me everything I need to know.
Facts.
There have been times I've gone into business where, hey, even if it ain't no big business, where like anything we have a commitment towards to, because at this time, if you ain't with me, I can't be with you. You know what I mean? It's either build
Straight
with
up.
me or watch me build. How do painters get like known, like either big nowadays, or how does artists get a name?
So it's been told is that being a painter or artist, your work goes up when you pass on.
You pass away.
Yeah. But I don't believe in that. I believe, like, I don't know, man. You just be true. You put your shit out there to people, and word of mouth get around.
Most
Over time,
definitely.
you put in the work over years.
What
you'll do you
outlets?
do.
Like, what outlets do artists use? Because I know as a musician or a musical artist, it's streaming platforms, you know, that they can put their music out on, that they can promote it on. Like, as an artist, How is that consumer? How do you display your art and at the same time show that it's your art?
That's a good question. I know it depends on what route you want to go. There's some people who want their shit in museums, and it's different routes you have to take. For me, I'm just not trying to get too overwhelmed in what it takes to be that successful artist. I'm more focused on like being that good person and just continue on doing good work and keeping God first. Everything else gonna take care of itself. That's my method.
Is there any outlets you would want to be a part of? Like you say, some artists want a museum, some want a billboard, or whatever they want. Is there any way
I
that you
just feel
want?
like I don't want. It'll be good to do those things, but my mindset, I want to own my own things. Like, yeah,
You
I don't want
would want to own them, use like some place to
and have
display
my
your art.
stuff and have my own rules, and
You sell your tickets and just control all that type.
Cause it's just like, for example, everybody's so big on designer and looking big and all this and that, but it's like we making those people rich.
Most definitely.
Why don't we just build our own shit, flex our own shit, and just go from there? Like, that's what I'm on.
I say it all the time.
I'm tired of it's dead. We need to stick together. That's one thing we don't do. We don't stick together. We need to start there. Once we figure that out, then we can really own things like land and property. Like, that's what I'm on.
Most definitely. That's why Atlanta winning. Where if the people around you love you, then people who don't know you gonna eventually say, "Yo, why do they love him so much? Hey, what's going on over there?" But if we got the people around us that don't even want to show us love, that's why. And it's also crazy on the flip side. It be people that don't know you. It be people that don't know you that show you more love than the people that know you. Like, they'll invest more in you or play more of your music or see more of you, whatever you do.
I don't never take that personal.
Never.
I don't.
Never.
I see it more as them, than it's for me, because we know our mindset, we know our heart, we know what we trying to do. They don't looking inside it out.
Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10, they not trying to do nothing. So it's like, you can't get mad at me.
Yeah, I can't fault you.
We both got the same 24. Like,
you player one in your life, so I can't fault you for whatever you choose to do. You can't
get mad at me because I'm choosing my 24 wisely.
It's a marathon.
I still want you to win, but it's like, I hate shit. Gotta go.
Yeah, that's why I'll separate myself.
It's bigger than that.
I'll separate myself before I ever have to go back and forth with anybody. Like, even if it's somebody who trying me, I'll just go ahead and say, all right, this go ahead and be the last day we talk. I don't even want you to
hold grudges on you for something they did to you. I was like, what the hell? How you mad at me and you did me green?
Or they'll hold a grudge on you for not accepting the apology. Like, hey, if you did that, you have to pay for all that.
Yeah.
Every action comes with a reaction. I don't do something to somebody that I wouldn't want them to do to me.
Right.
So that when someone does something to me that I would have never done to you, like, off the bat, in my eyes, I don't even see you the same. Because I'm over here looking at you like, I would have never did this to you type shit. But, hey, I don't even waste my 24 thinking of that.
It's loyalty, bro. It's contract. There's certain rules and shit you don't break.
Has a woman ever tried to come between you and your art, man? Has one of these heathens, they try to steal the time. That 24 we got, they would try to take as much of that spare time. No shots to the ladies. A lot of them
had me to choose between them and my art. And I'm like, it's two different loves. Like, you can't compare.
You can't.
So, yeah.
Because the love for that art is always, I don't mean to say it, baby, but
it's two different loves. That don't mean I don't love you.
It don't mean I don't.
Like, you know what I'm on. You knew this before you got with me. Like,
but this love never tried to take me from you. They don't want to hear that
Exactly.
part. They don't want a.
It's balanced.
Always got a balance to it.
But when you're on a mission, it's like you got to keep going.
Gotta keep going. But hey, is there any? What's the next moves for NellDaGr8?
I got a book coming out.
Want to shout
It's
it
called
out?
Euphoria. It's a poetry book.
You said the book called
It's gonna be called Euphoria.
Poetry Book.
It's a poetry book. All the poems in there, the drawings, illustrations, everything is me.
Remember what I told you to do now?
Oh yeah,
The audio.
I'm gonna have an audio book out.
Gotta do the audio book of that.
Shout that out, and a regular book, like a, hardback.
Hardback, paperback.
Yeah, not too many.
You gonna do the ebook also? You gotta do
Yeah.
the ebook. It's 2023.
I'm doing everything.
Most
So
definitely.
all ways you can see it is gonna be.
How much is gonna be going for?
I could. I'm thinking about 15 to 20. I don't want to do it too
Do
crazy.
it for 20, man. Do it for 20.
I do it for 20.
I'm most definitely put my order in right now on the show. I need to get mine. When's the estimated release on that?
On my birthday.
When's the birthday?
Which is August 28th.
August
So
28th.
that's gonna give me enough time to really work it how I want it to come out. So
Most definitely.
hopefully you guys enjoy it. A little bit about it. It's a whole bunch of like experiences that I've been through. So it's pretty much like broken down life experiences like that anyone can relate to.
I love the sound of
It's
that.
real shit.
You gotta when it comes out, most definitely on even upcoming to the release, you gotta come on to the pod and promote it some more and probably give us a little preview.
I'm gonna have a copy. Of course, I'm gonna have one for you.
Most
And
definitely.
then we gonna show the viewers how it's gonna look, and
I like that.
for sure.
Hey man,
And show love.
anything you want to plug in? Your social media.
Right now you can just follow me at NellDaGr8. It's on Instagram. I'm not really big on social media like that, but I'm finna work on some YouTube stuff.
I'm trying to get my boy on there.
TikTok. Yeah, he trying to get me on
YouTube.
TikTok,
Yeah,
Twitter, all that. So
got to.
yeah, catch me. You'll see me.
It was episode 4, man. RD, NellDaGr8. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you for having me,
No
my
doubt.
boy.